Right now, fallen officers shot in the line of duty. What we're learning about the circumstances and the plans to remember them.
Also, a new legal battle over abortion. This time, it's over a pill in a case that's headed for the Supreme Court.
And after a beautiful weekend, it's a mild start to our Monday. Temperatures may approach 80 this week.
You know what today is?
Monday.
Bare minimum Monday.
Oh, this is a new thing.
Right?
Yeah. You have to explain yourself.
The trend, it's in the workforce, you're not supposed to do that much on Mondays. It's a philosophy to avoid burnout, where you only do like 3 things. You have like 3 things on your to-do list for the day, and you only do those things.
Are you going to explain that to our boss later?
I don't think that's going to fly.
I'm not sure about that.
Just saying. But if you can get away with it, maybe try it
for
today.
me, I think of Monday. Monday is you get everything done, and then you kind of slack off later.
And then you sail through the weekend.
Right.
Or through the rest of the week to the weekend.
So we've got bare minimum Monday, we've got half-day Fridays, and then...
And we've got 80s in the forecast.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Nice transition.
You like that?
It's all about the weather, right? I mean, that's when you kind of like go, okay, I'm going to take it easy this week because it's going to be beautiful. I mean, we're talking about temperatures getting close to 80 later this week. We're starting off fairly mild this morning. We do have a few clouds, 51 right now in Madison, 54 in the Dells, Juneau at 47. Just depending if you see a little bit of clearing, that's why your temperatures might be down a little bit. But the clouds that we have now this morning will be departing. There's a weak surface trough. Basically, the wind will switch a little bit more out of the southwest going in the afternoon. That should bring us some drier weather, and the clouds will move out. We should see plenty of sunshine. I think we'll get very close to 70, so even a little bit milder than where we were yesterday. 51 right now. Temperatures in the 50s this morning. I think by the noon hour, as those clouds start to move out, we should be topping out close to 60. And yes, we do have some 80s in our forecast this week. Hard to believe after, what was it, a week and a half ago that the ice was still out on the lakes, but that is gone, and we're talking about some summer-like temperatures. We'll talk more about it coming up.
Love to hear it. Kelly, thank you very much. It's 6:01. We expect to learn the names of 2 officers killed during a traffic stop near Chautauqua this weekend. Memorials are underway for both officers, one from Chautauqua, the other from nearby Cameron. It happened in broad daylight Saturday afternoon when the driver of a traffic stop opened fire. Both officers were killed at the scene. The suspect, who was also shot, was taken to the hospital where they died. No names have yet been released. The mayor of Chautauqua says he knew one of the officers as a child.
I just trust that people will, hold each other a little bit tighter. And for those who are praying people, they're praying.
Wisconsin's Department of Criminal Investigation is now investigating the incident.
Madison police, meantime, are investigating an early Easter Sunday shooting, which left 1 person wounded. Police say it happened just after 1:40 overnight downtown on West Gorham. They found 1 person shot who was transferred to a local hospital for treatment. Authorities say they arrested someone else associated with the incident and that there's no threat to the public as they continue with the investigation.
Developing in Rock County, police in Janesville asking for help from the public after a house was shot at early Sunday morning. It happened right here along Lincoln Street just after midnight. Police found 6 shell casings near the house. No injuries were reported, though. Witnesses say they did see suspects leave the area in a gray SUV. Police are asking anybody who lives near here to check their surveillance video or their Ring doorbell cameras. Anybody who has any information should call police.
We're getting a first look this morning at body camera footage from a deadly police shooting in Milwaukee. It comes after social media posted online showed police dragging the suspect's body around. This happened back on February 21st when a Milwaukee officer shot and killed 31-year-old Herman Lucas. The police video shows a car speeding off after a traffic stop and then crashing. Then the driver gets out and runs away with a gun in his hand. At one point, that person turns back toward officers, then he was shot. Officers are seen dragging his body by one of his feet and starting CPR roughly 8 minutes after shooting him. The 43-year-old officer who killed Lucas has been on administrative leave since.
The issue of abortion rights could be headed back to the Supreme Court after 2 federal judges issued dueling rulings that could impact access to abortion medication. The White House is preparing to fight a ruling out of Texas that seeks to invalidate the FDA's approval of the abortion pill mifepristone. The judge saying the FDA improperly approved the medication 23 years ago had ignored legitimate safety concerns here. Protests broke out over the weekend in response. The Department of Justice says it will appeal that ruling.
We think that the judge totally got it right.
When you turn upside down the entire FDA approval process, You're not talking about just mifepristone. You're talking about every kind of drug.
The FDA insists the drug is safe and that serious complications are rare. Meanwhile, a federal judge in Washington blocked any changes to mifeprinone's availability in 17 different states. The two different rulings, again, means the case could go to the Supreme Court.
The Justice Department now investigating leaked documents about the war in Ukraine that contain highly classified materials. A document marked top secret shows the daily location of forces in Ukraine. It keeps showing up on social media. Analysts say this could be the worst intelligence case since Edward Snowden.
Undermining confidence between the cooperation of the United States and NATO and Ukraine, and also within the U.S. government, distracting us when we should be entirely focused on supporting Ukraine.
Several more documents continued to leak over the weekend. They appear to show tensions with South Korea over military aid and the U.S. considering leaning on Israel to provide lethal aid to Ukraine, among others.
All right, tax day 1 week away now, April 18th, and you might be getting a smaller refund this year. The IRS reports average refunds are about 11% less compared to last year. This is primarily due to the end of pandemic-era tax credits. A few other reminders if you have yet to file. Charitable donations have to be itemized this year. And, of course, remember to bring all of your important documents in to your tax professional. Easy to forget some. The IRS does provide free online assistance to people with a gross income of under $73,000 a year. You can also ask to get your refund through direct deposit.
The big change, of course, is the lowering of the child tax credit. And, of course, there's no more gift like we got last year, which was like a big $1,400 to a lot of people.
There are also new tax credits available for solar energy products and electric cars. Make sure you ask your tax professional to see if you qualify.
Do you dread a trip to the grocery store these days with food prices as high as they are? And what if you want to eat healthy? That could be different too, yeah.
Yeah, as Consumer Reports explains, there are some easy ways to find budget-friendly, healthy items when you shop. Shane Hogan breaks it down.
We're all still suffering sticker shock over grocery prices. That includes Natalie Marie Rowe, a mom of two who shares the meals she makes for her girls on Instagram.
Feeding my family healthy foods and not breaking the bank has been a challenge, especially the last year.
All those increases might have you giving up on healthy eating. But Consumer Reports says finding savings on nutritious foods begins before you even head to the store. First, make a list of what you need to help avoiding impulse buys. Natalie takes this one step further in an effort to cut corners.
Look at the sales, I look at them, I write things down, and then I create our weekly menu, depending on what's on sale.
You can also consider switching to the store brands over your favorite products.
Consumer Reports testing found that they tend to cost between 5 and 72% less than the name brand products.
And CR's taste testing experts found most of them tasted just as good as the name brand. And if you live near a discount grocery store like Aldi or Lidl, their store brand products can be even cheaper. Another way to save? Fill your freezer.
With frozen produce, you only have to take out as much as you need for that meal.
And if meat prices are taking too much from your family food budget, CR says one way to fight back is to try some plant-based proteins.
Plant-based foods like beans and tofu tend to be less expensive than poultry, meat, or seafood.
Finally, skip the pre-cut fruits and veggies from the store.
They may be more convenient, but the cost is often much higher per pound.
Although it may take more time to do your own slicing and dicing, it'll definitely save you some money. This is Shane Hogan.
CR says another way to save is to plan a week's meals ahead of time so you're not buying more food than you need.
That's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work, but I'm constantly throwing out food.
Yeah, I do plan out my breakfast a week at a time.
You boys and your overnight oats.
Overnight oats.
You can just hear them crunching every morning between Chris and Josh.
Mine's more of like a mushy. Okay.
That's disgusting.
All right. Coming up, it was a Masters to remember. Hear from this year's winner about what it means for him and his homeland.
If you would bring me oats, I would know what they sounded like.
Maybe someday, Leah, maybe someday. We're also helping celebrate a big birthday in the 608 this morning. You might remember this video from last year when she got to ride in a fire truck. Well, this year was a little different. See how this local woman is bringing in year 101 when News 3 Now this morning continues.
At Pick and Save, we want our fresh produce to meet your expectations, which is why we do up to a 27-point inspection to check for things like color and scarring. Because when it comes to fresh, higher standards mean fresher produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Community is helping each other, making sure your neighbor is taken care of. At Lake Ridge Bank, community is who we are. We take pride in being a community bank, strengthening relationships and investing in the places we come from. It's why we are who we are. Lake Ridge Bank. Go far, go together.
Here at Precision, we are veteran-owned, and we take pride in servicing not only our community, but serving our country as well. No job is too big and no job is too small. Here at Precision, we'll fix them all.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Spring into action and save on stressless seating at the Century House. Now get $400 off all classic power recliners, signature-based recliners and ottomans, and cross-base recliners and ottomans. And get $400 off most sofas and love seats. Imagine how much you can save building your dream sectional. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
When an appliance you rely on goes kaput, you can count on family-owned Brothers Maine, Southern Wisconsin's local appliance authority since 1938. With thousands of in-stock options, we have the brands you want at the lowest prices guaranteed. Even big box can't beat our prices. Our experienced team of appliance experts will help you make the right selection, and we deliver it fast and free to your home. What you need when you need it. Shop appliances you can bring home today at our Madison and Janesville showrooms. Feel like family. Brothers Maine.
Right now with Papa Murphy's, we've got a great deal.
Which means I make more great pizza. A lot more.
That's our extra-large New York-style take-and-bake pizza. And it's everything you'd expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven. And only $9.99.
Do I have to share it?
It's recommended, but not required. Papa Murphy's. We make great pizza, so you can make the pizza great.
Such a great deal.
Order now at papamurphys.com.
This ring symbolizes the eternity of our relationship.
We met in 7th grade typing class. 16 years later, I said, "Will you be my girl?"
Jesse, I've always been your girl.
Every occasion deserves love. Jared, love brilliantly.
When your door is always open, so is the fridge. At Pick and Save, however you shop, in-store, pickup, or delivery, you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards. That's a win-win-win. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Welcome back. In the 608 this morning, a Sauk City woman is celebrating a big birthday in yet another unique way.
Love the story today. It's actually a follow-up to a story that Josh Breiter brought us last year. What's better than a 100th birthday, Josh?
101.
You know it.
Yeah, guys, you might remember this video from around this time last year. It went viral. This is Fidelia Brunegg riding a fire truck on her 100th birthday through the streets of Sauk City. But Dale, as everyone calls her, couldn't let that be her last ride, of course, so she wanted to do something even different this year. Take a look. Stanford's over here making horse noises. Nice job, nice job.
Sound whenever I open up my overnight oats. I'm ready to dig in.
Well, hey guys, nostalgia was the meaning behind Dale's birthday wish this year. Growing up on a farm a century ago, she lived her life around horses, so she asked her family for a ride. They got in contact with another local family who's brought her 2 horses and a carriage by Maplewood of Sauk Prairie. They put her right in the front seat, parading around Sauk City, where she's lived for 77 years. All 4 of her kids were there, along with some grandkids and other family members to help celebrate. Even though this was a dream come true moment for Dale, this actually wasn't her first choice this time around.
Oh, a motorcycle, but I didn't think I should do that because it could rain and I would have got all wet.
So then you settled for the horses?
Horses. I grew up on a farm and I could drive horses on a wagon and stuff out there.
Not many folks have the chance to make it to even 100 years young, but for Dale, age is just a number. I asked her what she wanted to do for her birthday next year. She told me she hasn't thought that far out yet. Coming up in our next half hour, ask Dale for some life advice on living a long and happy life, so stay tuned for that. And if you'd like to go back and watch our huge story from last year of Dale riding the fire truck, one of my favorites, I've linked this piece up on channel3000.com as well.
Oh, I love her attitude. You can tell that she's living in the moment.
It's all about like positivity, right? Like she knows she can't move quite like she used to, but she's still getting out there and doing things.
Well, she looks fantastic.
Oh, she does. You look at her and it's like, you're 101? Like, I mean, she looks incredible and like she's still with it. And I mean, cracking jokes and it's just.
She deserves to be
celebrated.
celebrated.
I'd love to see it. And her family too. I mean, for them to all be able to be there for that moment, that's something they're going to remember forever.
Can you give us one more? That's beautiful. I'll wake you up on a Monday.
Thanks, Josh. Hey, don't forget to let Josh know what inspires you in the 608. Reach out on social media or email him for a chance to be featured.
6:15. Kelly Slifka's here with your first warm weather. I won't ask you to impersonate a horse. Kelly?
No, you know, it's just amazing. I think I'm halfway there, basically, and, you know, to make it up another 50 years, just amazing. So, good for her. Anyway, bottom line, we are looking at some beautiful weather, a beautiful weekend, and we've got some more beautiful weather this week. In fact, it's actually going to get warmer. We do have a little bit of cloud cover moving in right now, but that'll be out fairly quickly, I think by the noon hour. Near 80 degrees this week, so we're running well above our average. There will be a strong cold front, still April, so we're looking at some cooler weather headed our way for the weekend, but can't top this kind of weather. Temperatures near 70 today. Our average is 55, so running well above our average. But you notice we can get up well into the 80s like we saw in 1930. That's the record for this day, 89. Right now we do have a wind out of the south coming in about 10 miles per hour. Temperatures in the upper 40s and low 50s, 51 in Madison, 48 in Janesville, Juneau at 47 across Dane County, 46 in Waunakee, 53 in Middleton, 46 in Sun Prairie. Wide range of temperatures, just depending if you have some wind this morning, but actually fairly mild for this time of the year. Temperatures in the 50s. The southerly wind will pick up about 10 to 15 miles per hour throughout the afternoon. But we should see quite a bit of sunshine throughout the afternoon as well. Winds will be out of the south, southwest at about 10 to 15. The clouds that we have now, they're mainly some mid and high level clouds. Those will be moving on out as a weak surface trough moves through. That'll switch our wind more out of a southwesterly direction. But I think early this afternoon we'll already be in the 60s. A lot of sunshine expected for the afternoon hours. Temperatures getting very close to 70 today. Tonight will be another mild night as we drop through the 50s this evening. Getting close to 50 by tomorrow morning, and then we're back into some sunshine tomorrow afternoon. I think it'll actually be a little bit warmer as we head in the 70s. So we got the mild weather now, the jet stream way up to our north. Here's some cooler air that's lurking to our northwest. That'll move in, it looks like, as we unfortunately go into the weekend. Some cooler weather and also a chance for some rain. First warm forecast, 70 today, breezy the next few days, but that's coming in out of the south, and that's what's going to keep our temperatures well above average, getting close to 80 by Wednesday and Thursday. Still mild on Friday. That front does arrive. It looks like Friday night will bring us some showers and maybe some thunderstorms as temperatures start to fall Saturday, and then quite a bit cooler on Sunday with temperatures in the 50s.
It's been a weekend of highs and lows for the Brewers. The crew went from winning in shutout fashion to not being able to plate a run against the Cardinals, ultimately seeing their 6-game win streak come to an end. No matter, the crew looking to close out their homestand with a series win, and it's the Willie Walkie Show. Scoreless in the third with runners on, Adames sends a deep left, driving in both of those runners. Then a couple innings later, Adames drives it to the bullpen for his second homer of the season. He goes 3 for 4, and the Brewers get the win 6-1. They hit the road for a 10-game road trip. It begins tonight in Phoenix. First pitch with the Diamondbacks is at 8:40. Wisconsin softball trying to break out the brooms against Purdue yesterday afternoon, and the Badgers make their presence known from the opening frame. Bases juice, Brooke Kuffle's base knock brings home a run. Then in the second inning, Kayla Conway kept the scoring party going. Second hit of the game, she drives in another run. UW rounds out the weekend with a 5-1 win over the Boilermakers, extending their win streak to 4. Team USA taking on Czechia in the Women's World Championship. Badger Nation once again putting on a show. Tied up at 2, Lacey Eden with the wraparound, It gives U.S. the lead for good. Hillary Knight scores a goal, Abby Rock nets a shorthanded goal, and KK Harvey adds 2 assists in Team USA's 6-2 win. Next up is a meeting with Canada. That game is tonight at 6. This year's Masters is definitely one for the books, and it especially is for Jon Rahm, as he earns the green jacket for the first time in his career. And here's how he did it. Rahm entered the final round 2 shots behind Brooks Koepka, who really struggled out there. On the par 3-6, Koepka sinks his second of 6 bogeys on the day. And Rahm takes the sole lead, and on the back 9, he got all the separation he needed. Consecutive birdies on 13 and 14. He wins his first Masters with a 4-shot lead, marking the 2nd major of his career, and now just the 4th Spaniard to win the Masters.
Obviously, we all dream of things like this as players, and you try to visualize what it's going to be like and what it's going to feel like. And when I hit that 3rd shot on the green, and I could tell it was close by the crowd's reaction, just the wave of emotion of so many things just overtook me. Never thought I was going to cry by winning a golf tournament, but I got very close on that 18th hole. And a lot of it because of what it means to me and to Spanish golf.
Also stealing headlines at Augusta National was Phil Mickelson. He tore up the final round, carding a 65, finishing tied for 2nd, becoming the oldest runner-up in Masters history at 52 years old. Back to you.
Yeah, Lefty still got it. 6:20 coming up, a new Culver's menu item.
We're ecstatic. We'll tell you all about it. Starts today, folks. And Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas under fire. Lawmakers in both chambers now calling for an investigation. In our next half hour, where that process stands this morning.
Channel 3000 Plus. Watch from your streaming media player or mobile device.
Cobuson Buses, now hiring.
My name's Mike Williams. I've been driving school bus off and on for 21 years. Here at our terminal, we're kind of like a family too. Somebody has an issue with a bus, other people kick in and help and get the job done.
The real value of a number all depends on who you are. After an accident, there's one critical number that helps you get your life back by factoring in your needs for today and tomorrow. That's where Habish, and Rotier's numbers really add up. With over 90 years of client successes and 13 offices to help you wherever you are. Trust Habish Personal Injury Attorneys to get the number that's right for you. Call 1-800-2HABISH.
At Revamp, we transform your old beat-up concrete from this to this in one day. We grind down the concrete to open up the pores for a perfect bond. Then we repair all cracks and apply our base coat and chip and seal it with our polyaspartic top coat that will never chip, peel, or discolor. On top of all that, our coatings are ridiculously easy to clean and covered by our exclusive lifetime warranty. And right now, we're running our 60-60-60 sale. So when you purchase your new concrete coating from any of our Revamp brands, you get a $60 Visa gift card, plus either 60% off the installation or 60-month no-interest financing. And when you call during this program, you'll also get up to 10 carbon fiber concrete stitches free, which help reinforce cracks and stop them from spreading. A $350 value for free.
South Central Wisconsin homeowners, pick up the phone. Call 1-800-886-8411. That's 1-800-886-8411.
Could you keep it down? Oh, hey, sorry. I can't stop these kids from rocking, but I can help you replace all this. Rock on! With free installation on Felco windows, siding, doors, and roofing, plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 1 year. There's never been a better time to upgrade your home. This offer won't last long. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Felco.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day, stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. If you do need time off, they work around you. They definitely try to make it a company that's based for you.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning with us. Looks like Gwen made a trip over to AmFam Field, got herself a little gnome. Little buddy.
Nice.
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 That's great.
Looks like she got there plenty early enough, too.
No, a little lonely without the gnome. Nobody there.
You got to get a good spot for tailgating when you go to AmFam Field.
You do.
That's half the fun, is getting there early and tailgating with
That's
your fellow
all
crew.
The fun, let's be honest. The game is a little slow.
Well, hey, it was a weekend of ups and downs for the Brewers. They were off to a really hot start. I mean, the season's looking pretty good for the crew. Thanks for sharing your pick, Gwen. Use the hashtag BuyNews3Morning when you post on social media if you want to share your morning with us.
All right, Culver's lovers, there's a reason to swing through the drive-thru today for lunch. This is why the fast food joint launching a new sandwich. The Smokehouse Barbecue Cheddar Pub Burger and Crispy Chicken Sandwich is available starting today. So you can pick your adventure here, either a burger patty or that crispy chicken with sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, cheddar and crispy onion rings on top. A warning, the new sandwich is only going to be available for a limited time. If this is anything like the Curter Burger, it's going to sell out like that.
Yeah, it looks like some sort of French onion roll they got
And it
going on there.
has cheddar pieces in the buns, too. Yes, they did mention that. I read up about it this morning. I'm planning my entire day around the line in the Culver's drive-thru.
Hey, so if you see extra long lines, that's why. That's why. All right, let's get to your forecast. We have a really nice start to the work week.
Yeah, really going to be fairly quiet this week, and we're starting off fairly nice as well. 51 right now in Madison, 48 in Janesville. The clouds that we have now will depart. We should be topping out very close to 70 later on this afternoon.
Keep it here, folks. We're back right after this.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Dr. Cahill here with Associated Physicians to share that you and your kiddos are welcome and loved in our pediatrics department.
Call to schedule an appointment today at 608-233-9746.
Share your love of the game with a surprise move. Kinder Joy. A yummy treat. And an all-star lineup of NBA mascot toys for your favorite fan. Kinder Joy.
Are you hungry?
If you're shopping for the cheapest insurance, you're shopping for the wrong thing. After all, insurance coverage is really just a promise. And why would anyone want a cheap promise?
Don't be scared.
You've worked hard for what you have. Protect your home or business with a promise from a company that you trust.
I love you, kitten, and I hope you like it here.
Ask your independent insurance agent about a policy from West Bend.
Barnes, it's a great company.
I hear people talk a lot about how they enjoy working here. We are Dane County's largest full-service lawn, landscape, tree, and snow removal company and 100% employee-owned.
We're often asked what it means to be an employee owner. It means we share our profits with the people who work at Barnes.
The better we do as employees, the happier our customer is, and the more likely they are to be with us long term.
Join the Barnes team. Apply at barnesincareers.com.
Hi, it's Preston from Window World, your locally owned and nationally known remodeler. Experience customer care and appreciation like you deserve with a family-owned small business located right here in Madison. Let us prove to you that quality and comfort are affordable with a house full of windows starting at $4,800. For the best windows, the best install, and the best price, call Window World today.
You've got places to be, things to do, goals to crush. So at Basecamp Fitness, we pack 50 minutes worth of calorie burn into just 35. How do we do it? By switching between 60-second intervals of air bike cardio and strength training to keep the workout and your progress moving forward fast, no matter what level you're at. Now through April 19th, get 2 weeks free. Visit any of our 3 Madison locations or basecampfitness.com.
2 for $7 every day. Yee! Classic beef and cheddar just $7. Arby's, we have the meat.
Hey there, is it time to schedule your mammogram? Let's get on that right now. Pick up the phone and call Associated Physicians at 608-233-9746 and let our radiology team and state-of-the-art 3D mammogram check things out. Visit us at apmadison.com.
Right now, rising rivers triggering flood warnings near the Dells. We'll share steps to take to be prepared.
We have to hold on to hope for what we can for her. And I think that's why so many people show up, just to have that hope alive.
Yeah, also holding on to hope this morning, volunteers search for a missing Minnesota mother. The reward the family's offering.
And after a beautiful weekend, we've got a nice mild start to the day. But how long will this nice warm weather last? We'll take a look coming up.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Leah Lynchide.
I'm Chris Stanford. Kelly Slivka with your first warn forecast today. Feels like spring has sprung, but maybe too warm today to feel. I mean, too warm coming up later this week, like we're just jetting off right into summer.
Too warm. I can't be too warm.
If we don't have the weather to complain about,
what are we going to do?
What are you going to do? Well,
I'm kidding.
And we're like, we as meteorologists, like take the brunt of that. You know?
Yes, you do.
But I think
we're never happy.
You're going to be happy this week. I don't care if you like warm weather, you like cold weather. I think you're going to like this week. I don't think anybody can complain with temperatures getting close. Please care. Please. All right, it's 51 right now in Madison. It's a pretty nice start to our Monday morning. Yesterday was a bit breezy or windy, if you will. Today will still be fairly breezy, but not quite as windy as yesterday. We do have some clouds that are moving on in through the morning hours, but I think as we get into the noon hour, those clouds will depart, and temperatures getting very close to 70. Just a beautiful afternoon for us once again. A little bit of a breeze coming our way. Right now we're sitting at 51, temperatures in the 50s this morning, but I think by the noon hour, as those clouds move on out, we should be in the lower 60s. We will see that southerly breeze up there about 10 to 15. We'll see how long this milder weather will last coming up in just a bit.
All right, thank you, Kelly. And a reminder here, if you want to keep up with the forecast yourself, you can do so with the First Warn Weather app. Just search WISC Weather wherever you get your apps.
Happening right now, residents in Adams and Juneau counties bracing for severe flooding. At midnight last night in Adams County, the Wisconsin River at the Castle Rock Dam was above flood levels. It's expected to continue to rise through tomorrow afternoon. This is likely going to affect the Wisconsin Dells as that water makes its way south. New flood warnings this morning just in the Fox River near Berlin in Green Lake County, as well as the Wisconsin River at Portage, two areas we will continue to watch for you. Now, if you're in the area of flood warnings or you're downriver, you're expecting to get them in the next couple of days, here's some advice. Create a communication plan with your family and friends. Account for everybody if a flood does happen. Make an emergency kit with food, water, medicine, batteries, first aid kits, that sort of thing. Prepare your home with sandbags. If flooding is likely, don't wait until the waters rise, since roads could quickly become impassable. Take your family to higher ground and wait it out.
Now to an update on the search for a missing Minnesota mother. It will continue this morning. Madeline Kingsbury has been missing since March 31st. Police say she dropped her kids off at daycare and no one has seen her since. Law enforcement officials call her disappearance involuntary and suspicious. Over the weekend, 2,600 volunteers all joined in on the search, looking for hope and answers.
When it comes down to it, the family needs answers. So I think that's in the back of our heads, that we need to find something to help the case. We have to hold on to hope for what we can for her. And I think that's why so many people show up, just to have that hope alive.
Kingsbury's family is offering a $50,000 reward for information leading to her whereabouts. Police say hundreds of tips have come in.
A new group is challenging the Biden administration's student loan interest pause. The COVID-era payment pause has been extended 8 times now. The Mackinac Center for Public Policy is filing a lawsuit over it, saying it puts nonprofits at a disadvantage. This is because they use federal debt relief programs to recruit employees. The moratorium is set to expire 60 days after the Supreme Court decides on Biden's forgiveness program.
There are now more calls for the impeachment of Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas. Those calls come after a ProPublica report that says that Thomas and his wife went on a number of undisclosed luxurious vacations with a Republican mega donor, Harlan Crow. Justice Thomas said on Friday that he did not disclose the travel, because he was advised at the time that he did not have to report it. But legal experts say even though the rules may not be abundantly clear, justices should still be transparent.
I think everybody should err on the side of disclosure, even when there are ambiguities. I mean, these rules are there for a reason.
Conservative Supreme Court experts say that Thomas has been friends with the family he received the trips from, and most justices have accepted paid trips from friends for years. 24 Democratic lawmakers from both chambers have sent a letter to Justice Thomas, or Chief Justice John Roberts, calling for a swift, thorough, and independent investigation into whether Thomas violated ethics rules and laws.
A live look now at the U.S. Capitol in Washington, D.C. That's where Vice President Kamala Harris is returning from a surprise visit to Tennessee. Harris visited the Fisk University campus chapel on Easter Sunday. She started her speech by recognizing the Tennessee Three. She criticized House Republicans who expelled 2 of those representatives and keeping 1 by a single vote. Harris called on young leaders to follow in the lawmakers' footsteps and fight for what they believe in. Several conservative lawmakers have compared the Capitol protests to the January 6th insurrection. The 2 expelled representatives vowed to seek reappointment by their county commissioners or will run again in a special election.
Looking ahead, Middleton and Sun Prairie East baseball teams joining together again for their 9th Cardinals Strikeout Cancer Game next month. On May 1st at Breitenbach Stadium, the teams are going to be raising money for American Family Children's Hospital pediatric cancer research. Over the years, the event's raised over $150,000 to support efforts. The pregame starts at 4:30, the game itself at 5. Admission's free, but cash donations are accepted at the gate. The event's already raised $12,000 this year online. If you'd like to donate, just head to give.wiscmedicine.org and look up Strikeout Cancer.
Congregates at a Sheboygan church were able to enjoy sounds from 100 years ago this Easter Sunday. The organ at Holy Name Church was built in 1917, and it's been showing its age lately. One churchgoer noticed the workarounds the organ player has to do to make it work, so he decided to volunteer alongside a local organ repairer and make it sing again. Frank Tricka has been playing at Holy Name for 35 years. Playing this Easter was something special.
Play it the first time and have everything work, all the notes play, no dead notes, no ciphers. It was very, very cool, very, very nice. As far as the sound goes, it's the same sound. The pipes are 105 years old. They were voiced back in 1917.
That is just gorgeous.
Sounds great.
The organ was ready just in time for Easter. The parish had been deprived of the organ sound since the start of the year as it was getting fixed. Everybody was happy to hear it full throttle this weekend.
We're getting ready for first dance when all the people in the room, their phones started going off. And I ran out to my van while the air raid sirens are going off. I grabbed a powered speaker that we usually use for ceremonies, and the place just started jumping from there.
This is great. So a wedding reception in Delavan, Wisconsin was forced to go into the basement and shelter when tornado sirens went off. Look at all the damage outside, but the DJ, he saved the party. He grabbed a speaker and brought the party downstairs. The bride said she believed the tornado was a relative letting them know she was with them. Interesting. No one was injured. Everybody had a great time.
Yeah, is that, you get the notification. You're like, all right, pack up the Busch Light keg and haul it down to the basement.
It's Grandma Mary letting us know that we shouldn't be drinking so much. Calm it down.
How do you think everyone's feeling having their dancing? They're dancing on TV.
Where are you going with this, Chris?
I'm just saying.
Those were great dance moves. We were very impressed. They clearly took the old fashions with them when they headed downstairs, as they should.
They should be proud of those dance moves.
Grandma Mary certainly is.
All right, coming up, nice and mild out this morning as we take a look at traffic. If Kelly thinks we're going to hit 80 degrees this week.
Plus, the dwindling number of maternity wards in Wisconsin, one of the reasons for the decline.
Also ahead, see what life advice a local woman has for you as she turns 101 years young. We help celebrate her big day in a unique and inspiring way in the 608.
Stanton Optical independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Precision is an excellent company. We had an idea of what we wanted, but we weren't sure how to put it together.
It's kind of one of those things that I personally take pride in, making sure that the people make the right decision.
We highly recommend Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Wow, would you look at that?
It's beautiful.
He even remembered the napkins.
Wow. That's our boy.
So proud.
There's a deal for every sunrise at McDonald's. Try one of our tasty bagel sandwiches like the steak, egg, and cheese bagel, sausage, egg, and cheese bagel, or bacon, egg, and cheese bagel.
For 46 years straight, more of you have trusted Ford F-Series trucks to help save the day. Stretch the weekend, haul, or tow. Just about anything, anywhere. That's because they're built Ford tough, and it's why Ford F-Series are America's best-selling trucks 46 years straight. And for that, we thank you. Because this isn't just about our capability, it's about yours.
The pain level was over 10, and my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports there. It was the first time that I had no pain.
Thanks to the Good Feet store.
Save big on quality Smith Brothers furniture at Wanakee Furniture ETC, the #1 Smith Brothers dealer in the nation. That's right, per square footage, we sell more Smith Brothers than anyone else. So let our design experts customize a look for you during the Smith Brothers factory authorized sale at Wanakee Furniture ETC.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at LensCrafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
A record-breaking spring election.
I am so excited for Wisconsin and for Madison tonight.
Judge Janet Protasiewicz will become the next Supreme Court Justice in Wisconsin.
We did it! We did it!
News 3 Now First Warn Weather. Trust the experience of Chief Meteorologist Gary Canalti and the First Warn Weather team to help you plan your day and alert you whenever and wherever you need it. First Warn Weather, keeping you ahead of the storms. You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
On the Health Watch this morning, more maternity wards are closing across the country. According to a new report by the healthcare consulting firm Chartis, over 200 hospitals in the U.S. have closed their labor and delivery departments since 2011. 13 of those closures have been in the last 4 months. The report says states with the highest closures include Wisconsin, Iowa, Kansas, and Texas, losing 10 facilities each. One of the reasons for the closures is that 42% of births are paid for by Medi-Cap now, which has low reimbursement rates. Right now, 2.2 million women are living in so-called maternity care deserts, leading to increased maternal death in the year after giving birth.
That is just unacceptable in 2023.
Yeah, hopefully they are on top of that, and we have some solutions on the table to fix it.
6:42. Let's turn it over to Kelly Slifka now with your First Warn Weather.
So we're talking about the terrace chairs. I was down at the union yesterday.
Oh, yeah?
When are they coming out?
They are coming, breaking news into the newsroom at this hour. They're coming out this week.
Okay, there you go.
The chairs?
Yes.
80 degrees this week, so definitely good news if you are going to be out and about. Going to feel warm, and you're probably going to need these shorts and short sleeves this week. Temperatures up close to 80. Our average high is 55. We should see quite a bit of sunshine most of the week, but it will turn cooler going into the upcoming weekend. Now, we do have a few clouds this morning. Today, we're up close to 70. We're still running about 15 degrees above average. A lot of sun this week, but we are talking about temperatures getting close to 80. We may be getting close to some records as we go in the middle part of the week. Right now, we do have winds out of the south, around 10 miles per hour. Yesterday was fairly windy, still fairly breezy. Today, maybe not as much wind as what we had yesterday. 51 in Madison, Janesville, 48. 47 in Juneau across Dane County. We've got some 40s, some low 50s, 45 in Cottage Grove, Sun Prairie, 46. Oregon at 45, Verona 45. Right now in Madison, though, we're sitting at 51. So a nice mild start to our morning. The winds will be out of the south, close to 10 to 15 miles per hour. with the clouds this morning, temperatures in the 50s, but I think by the noon hour we should get into quite a bit of sunshine, and temperatures headed up very close to 70 this afternoon. So a really nice afternoon. A little bit of a breeze coming in out of the south, around 10 to 15 miles per hour. That's what's keeping our temperatures on the mild side. We're really stuck in a very stagnant weather pattern, something we haven't had since January, but we'll deal with it. So pretty nice weather. Temperatures in the lower 60s this afternoon, early afternoon. Then we should be up close to 70 as we close out this afternoon. Tonight, mild again as we go into the upper 40s to around 50, starting off tomorrow morning. More sunshine. I think actually tomorrow afternoon will be a little bit warmer as we get into the lower 70s. Warm as the jet stream remains to our north, but we do have this digging trough to our northwest. That'll move in, it looks like, by Friday night and Saturday. That'll bring us some cooler weather. Along with that, a chance for some rain. So the warm weather will come to an end, but enjoy it now. 70s for the next couple of days, getting close to 80 Wednesday and Thursday. Upper 70s Friday, and then that cold front arrives Friday night, brings us a chance for some showers and storms, and then turning much cooler as we drop down into the 50s by Sunday of the upcoming weekend.
All right, Kelly, thanks a lot. In the 608 this morning, a Sauk City woman celebrating a big birthday in yet another unique way.
Yeah, it's a follow-up story by our Josh Spreiter. He has yet another inspiring chapter. Hey, Josh.
Hey, guys. Good morning. You probably remember this video from around this time last year. That's Fidelia Brunegg riding a fire truck on her 100th birthday through the streets of Sauk City. But Dale, as everyone calls her, couldn't let that be her last ride, so she wanted to do something even different this year. Take a look. Nostalgia was the meaning behind Dale's birthday wish this year. She was around horses 24/7 growing up at a farm a century ago, so she asked her family for a ride. They got in contact with another local family who brought in 2 of their horses and a carriage by Maplewood of Sauk Prairie. They put her right in the front seat, parading around Sauk, where she's lived for 77 years. I asked Dale what her best life advice was to those watching this morning. She says, keep talking to people and moving the body.
I always walked in my life. We were square dancers originally, you know, my husband and I, and we used to even walk around in town, you know. We'd go up the street, you know, to the end, and then we'd turn around and come back to the house. My house is 8 blocks down.
And with her home being so close, they actually stopped right by there so they could snap a picture in front of it. All 4 of her kids were there, along with some grandkids and other family members to help her celebrate. Dale is a breast cancer survivor. She's also made it through a heart attack. That was 2 years ago. So she has been through a lot, and she is still working hard every day, still kicking it there. If you'd like to go back and watch our story from last year of Dale riding that fire truck, it went viral. All over the country, people were inspired by Dale. You can watch that story right now on channel3000.com as well.
Boy, I just love this story. Can't get enough of it.
Isn't it amazing? You look at her and you're like, wait, what? 101? She looks so great, and she's still so with it. Like, I think that's inspiring in itself.
I'm hoping we get a follow-up at 102.
I asked her.
3 and 4.
Yeah, I asked her, I'm like, so what's next? And she's like, I can't think that far out, but I'm sure she'll try to one-up herself again.
A good reminder this morning to live in the moment.
Seriously.
And square dance.
And square dance. And walk,
the secret to life is square dance.
Be positive, have fun.
Yeah.
That's good stuff. Josh, thank you.
You bet.
Josh is always looking for good story ideas. He gets a lot of them from folks just like you, so reach out. He'd love to hear from you at Josh Spreiter TV or in the 608 at WISC-TV.com. In other news this morning, the EPA is expected to take steps in the coming days to tighten restrictions on emission standards. The proposed rule changes would require 2/3 of all new passenger vehicles sold in the U.S. to be electric by 2032. California regulators voted last year to ban the sale of all gas-powered cars by 2035 and set interim targets to phase out gas cars. Other states are expected to adopt these new rules.
Samsung is cutting its memory chip production after an estimated 96% drop in its quarterly operating profit. This comes after demand for memory chips ramped up during COVID lockdowns as consumers bought more electronics as they were at home. But sales dropped sharply due to a slow global economy and less demand after COVID. The industry now recovering from a chip shortage, but it's left many manufacturers struggling to find a balance between inventories and demand. Investors are hopeful Samsung's announcement is a sign of a market recovery, though, in the semiconductor industry.
Coming up in the morning sprint, the trip of a lifetime for a troop of Wisconsin veterans.
But first, it is April 10th. Let us know if you have a kid turning 3 soon. We'd love to share their picture on TV. Thanks for watching.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Get an extra 20% off during our Spring Spruce Up event. Right now at Slumberland Furniture, get this Ashley sofa for just $3.99 in your choice of 2 colors. Incredible! Did you know Slumberland has the lowest prices on Ashley product?
Menards is your one-stop shop for everything you need. Check out our great selection of Liebman cleaning supplies. We've got brooms, mops, and everything in between. Sweep up savings with Liebman. This broom is just $8.99 after rebate. We've got the adhesives you can rely on. Loctite Power Grab adhesive is high strength and reduces the need for clamping with 0-second instant grab. Right now it's only $2.99 after rebate. Get 11% off your next project.
Save big money at Menards.
Hi, I'm Gary Canulti, and I'm inviting you on a holiday vacations tour. Join me as we explore classic Italy, October 7th through the 15th. Discover Tuscany's charming countryside, Venice's grand waterways, and the magnificent art of Florence. We'll also spend time in the ancient city of Rome, visiting historical landmarks such as the Colosseum and the Sistine Chapel. Visit holidayvacations.com, keyword WISC, for more information and to watch a travel show. Or call 888-557-1020 for a free brochure.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It's being prepared for all the challenges you may face after a serious injury. It's confronting every aspect of your case with honesty, integrity, and innovative solutions that have earned us a reputation for excellence in representing the injured. It's no wonder so many clients refer their own friends and family to our team of dedicated professionals year after year. Your life counts. Lawton Cates. Call today for a free consultation.
This necklace is a new piece of my soul.
It is one of my love languages to gift.
I always knew I had a sister and she didn't. When we met, it was what I longed for my entire life.
Every occasion deserves love. Jared, love brilliantly.
Can you stay at home and shop for a vehicle in your pajamas? Yes! Bergstrom Automotive offers express purchase so you can complete all parts of your vehicle purchased online. Or you can come in and see us, even in your pajamas. And the cookies are always fresh. So you just bought a vehicle from us. Will we give you a week to drive it and return it if you don't love it? Yes. Love it or return it? Yes, it's that easy. You've been told no before? Join the Bergstrom Automotive family for the yes. Bergstrom for the yes.
Frisky's World, the perfect reminder that life's more fun in the deep end.
Yeah, so never stop exploring. Always keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
Friskies.
Sleeping in pain or too hot? Come to Slumberland and get 20% off mattresses. Find your perfect mattress with our easy rating system and save big. Get a Sealy Queen mattress for just $4.99. Only at Slumberland.
Clean your cars, clothes, and canines at the Magic Wash.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
We start with the search for a missing Minnesota mother this morning. Madeline Kingsbury has been missing since March 31st. Police say she returned home with her partner after dropping her kids off at daycare and hasn't been seen since. 2,600 volunteers are combing the area, the family offering a $50,000 reward for information. Police say hundreds of tips are pouring in.
Communities in western Wisconsin mourning after 2 police officers were shot and killed, along with the person they stopped. It happened in the village of Cameron, just about 10 minutes north of Chautauqua. At a Sunday church service, Pastor Ned Leonard said one of the officers was connected to the church. And with it being a small community, the pain goes even deeper.
Parts of Adams and Juneau counties bracing for severe flooding this week. At midnight last night, the Wisconsin River at the Castle Rock Dam went above flood levels. It's expected to continue to rise through tomorrow. This is likely going to affect the Wisconsin Dells as raised river levels make their way south. And breaking news, a sign of spring, the iconic Sunburst chairs are making their return to the Union Terrace this week. The Wisconsin Union says they'll start setting out tables today. The chairs will return by Wednesday, just in time for those 80s in our forecast.
Look at the scene here at the Dane County Regional Airport. The 46th Badger Honor Flight featuring World War II, Korean, and Vietnam War area vets returning back from Washington, D.C. 89 Wisconsin area. Veterans are returning after a day-long excursion where they visited memorials at the nation's capital. Over the last 45 flights to date, the Badger Honor Flight has now flown more than 3,900 veterans.
Tax season is here, and the deadline to file income taxes April 18th. The IRS, meantime, unveiling its plan to revamp the agency. The proposed plan would hire more than 7,000 new auditors in the next couple of years. The agency wants to step up enforcement to audit more wealthy people and corporations.
For the first time, the Chinese Navy appears to have simulated strikes by aircraft carriers on Taiwan. Beijing launched drills Saturday just after the Taiwanese president returned from America. Japan reportedly seeing nearly 80 aircraft take off in the exercises and 11 warships. Experts say China is testing Americans' determination in protecting the island nation.
Pope Francis's Easter message was one of peace in Ukraine and the Middle East. On the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica, the pontiff spoke of, quote, the darkness and gloom in which all too often our world finds itself. He prayed for peace, the Sunday Easter Mass coming a week after a week of unseasonable cold in Rome.
Culver's lovers, you're going to notice some extra long lines in the drive-thru today. That's because there's something new on the menu. It's called the Smokehouse Barbecue Cheddar Pub Burger and the Crispy Chicken Sandwich, all available starting today. You can pick up your adventure either burger patty or chicken with sweet and smoky barbecue sauce, cheddar and crispy onion rings. A warning, the new sandwich is only available for a limited time.
All right, 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock on this nice mild start to our morning. Temperatures in the upper 40s to around 50. We do have a bit of a breeze, and it won't be as windy as yesterday, but a noticeable wind. We do have some clouds this morning. These are mainly some high clouds that will filter out the sun. Eventually, I think we'll turn mostly sunny as we get into the early afternoon hours, and I think by the noon hour, we should be above 60, continuing to rise up close to 70 this afternoon. So a nice mild day, even a little bit warmer than where we were yesterday. A bit of a breeze out of the south, about 10 to 15, but plenty of sunshine expected this afternoon. And the extended forecast just continues to climb with that southerly wind. Temperatures in the mid-70s tomorrow, getting close to 80 on Wednesday and Thursday, still mild Friday. There is a pretty strong cold front that will arrive on Saturday. That'll bring us a chance of some showers and some thunderstorms, and then turning much cooler. So we got the warm weather this week, but it will be turning cooler by the upcoming weekend with some rain expected.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much.
Have a great one, folks. We're back in 30 minutes with the news and weather update.